What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy, Levon Stewart, co-founder, CEO of Vonnie FX, and welcome to another episode of Take Profit Tuesdays. And as we like to do with each and every single video, guys, if you're not familiar with the financial markets, please, I beg you, just like the disclaimer, investing on risk. Matter of fact, what I would recommend, if you have a significant amount of money, that means a significant amount to you, please go on Google, type in local advisors, connect with that person, double check that he has a series. Maybe look into his referrals, maybe, ask your friends around for your local advisors who's helped them out make some decent money. And those people are called money managers, right? They're also called money managers, planners, what have you, right? And those people work at companies that are regulated by the SCEFIRNA. So, guys, if you want to learn, if you want someone to manage your money for you and pay their salary, commission, please just do that. But anyways, here we teach you how to invest by yourself, and as always, you'd rather be in control of the money than having to pay fees and eat away up on the gains and interest and so on and so forth. Those who don't have a lot of money now can still get into this and slowly build up their account to where, let's say, they start with $50 and end up getting $10,000 or more into their account, which is a good significant amount of money in my opinion. But anyways, today's video might be a short video. One thing I do want to mention to you guys is that, again, we're still doing the premieres or the videos. I'm still working on getting the streams back in order. I know you guys like the streams. It's very engaging. You guys are liking the videos like crazy. Um, but I choose not to stop the education. I choose not to let that stop me for the message I need to get past. I choose not to let that be a major hurdle that I can't overcome. So with today's video, guys, and again, I'm going to make it very short and sweet. There hasn't been any major news or events that happened since last week. When Powell raised the interest rates last Wednesday by, I think it was 0.75 or half a basis point. Um, and we kind of talked in detail how we need the economy to start balancing out, and what's really going on. What Jerome Powell is really trying to attempt, and the Feds, is to combat the interest rates from being so high. Because again, we talked about this in the past, how due to the stimulus package, due to the trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars that pumped into the economy due to COVID, because no one was working, and yes, people need money to survive, right? It caused a huge inflation in the prices of goods and services that we know today. And again, we've talked about this last episode, how let's say, for instance, a $3 dozen of eggs is now $7, right? That's almost 120% price gain. And this is just one example, right? Obviously, milk. One thing that was very significant, those who are in a city, or you drive, or if you have a gas powered vehicle, right? Gasoline powered vehicle. Gas prices almost hit $5, at least where I'm from. Other places such as California, maybe Texas, it went to at least $6. $6 gallons per that. So it's really interesting. Being these times, creating these videos at the time I did, I wouldn't say it's perfect timing, guys, because I can't predict the future. All I do with you guys is the information I get, I present it to you guys. You make your decision. I tell you the decision I'm making, at least the best as I can, because again, we're doing this on a weekly basis. If you want to now get involved into me almost, let's say, on a daily basis, please join my group. We're us again. We offer account servicing. We're cryptos, obviously. Signal service, and as well as one-on-one mentoring. So again, if you want to be on the one-on-one mentoring, I'll really sit down with you via Skype, via Zoom, what have you, and we'll sit down and we'll kind of break it down, the whole concept of my strategies and how I approach it. Whether you're a short-term trader, a scalper, position trader, or long-term trader, odds strategies for everything, but you need to know the basics because again, we talk about the 4 pillars, and if you don't have the 4 pillars, guys, it's gonna be a very difficult journey you're gonna be on. Trust me, we have almost all been there, you know. But that's why it's always good to have a mentor to guide you to what you need to do. So when you're by yourself, you could like, okay, my mentor told me this what to do, so I'm gonna make the smart decision, not act out emotionally, not act outside the 4 pillars, and do the right thing, right? So, with that being said, now, I want to talk about the. And again, guys, if you're just now watching this video, like it, subscribe. We do this on the weekly. Um, we are trying to go the trading options account by just starting off with investing, right? Just the simple investing, just buying, right? And what I want to teach you guys is that even if you have no money to little money, you could still make a good amount of money, right? And with just investing by itself is, and again, this is passive income. You're not gonna make a 6 figures overnight and so on and so third, unless you have $10 quadrillion in your brokerage account, where you could get those 1% gains, and that 1% out of $1 trillion is probably a couple million. So yeah, with that being said though, if you're an average person, you're making, let's say, between 25K and 80K or what have you, right? You could literally take any amount of money, let's say 10% of your bi-weekly monthly salary, put it aside into a brokerage account, let it earn some interest passively. And what we do here, we try to make it the most effective, most profitable. We get the most gains at the right time. Because again, guys, when you're trading, you're using economics in the same breath, right? The supply and demand of goods and services. So obviously, if you want to buy things, you want to buy at a very low price, right? You want to buy things cheap. Wouldn't you not? Would you buy a $20 dozen of eggs at the grocery store? No, you probably buy for $2-3, right? Buy at a cheap price. Unless you're an entrepreneur, right? You're gonna buy all those eggs at a discount. You're gonna buy them $2 for a case. The more cases you buy, you get a cheaper price. But let's say you're gonna buy them $2 a case. And then let's say you're an entrepreneur and you want to sell those eggs, you could sell them for $10. So that's the concept we're doing now today, guys. Now, yet we have not sold anything yet. We're not going to until I reach my objective goal. But what's important is that you need to understand that there's gonna be news. There's gonna be people who are gonna influence you, such as myself, of course. And these things, a lot of time, especially in the media, I won't say no names, they kind of fearmonger you in a sense where they kind of, oh, the stock market's crashing, get your money out, guys. The stock market has never hit zero ever in the past. Yes, we have major corrections, quote unquote, and again, I'm not really gonna get into detail what a correction is, because again, you have to hit me in the back end with the one-on-one mentoring. But there have been times and days in history in the past, and again, I'm not going over in this video, but just most recently that I could bring in this video, COVID, the market dropped, I believe, 25%. 25%. That's a huge drop. But guess what? What happened after it? It made all-time highs since. It's been and that's just the beauty of it. And I give this one example. Now I might wrap this video up afterwards. And well, I'll give an example, then we'll jump into this, and then we'll wrap it up. I'll give you one example, right? If you were down packed with the 4 pillars prior to the COVID happening, listen, you in 2019 you could not predict the future, but guess what? In 2019, you said to yourself, I'm gonna study the pillars, I'm gonna have the cap ready, I'm gonna study my strategy on the demo accounts or paper trading. I'm gonna continue to do this so I can learn my psychology. I can learn different risk managements at different account sizes. So now, if anything were to happen and I see a major opportunity, for example, the COVID market dip, where it dipped 60%, you could have bought it at an extremely low price and just keep buying it as it kept going higher and higher, and you could have made a good amount of money. People have been making some serious gains. But anyways, This is one example of what I want to talk about. But this will bring it back to what we're watching right in front of us, the trend account. Guys, we talked about this trend line, right? It's been touching it multiple times, coming down, right? And that's fine. That's absolutely fine. As you can see, I made an arrow coming up, as you can see, and I thought, okay, it could either break through this trend line, make higher highs, or come down, right? What happened? It came down. I bought it again, and then I saw a little trend. I said to myself, okay, this might be an aggressive retest to the point where it might make higher highs, right? And I bought it, just kind of waited. I wanted to see if it want to go even lower than it did that lower low. So if it went to that lower low again, I was gonna buy again. But guess what? It didn't. It just kept on going higher and higher. And the reason why is because, again, the feds are slowly getting there to where they need to be as far as combating inflation. So, and I read these headlines last week, guys. So it's not really news to me. So if you didn't watch last week's video, it's gonna be news to you. But basically saying, Wall Street rise, but trade choppy as investors digest Powell's comments that they're gonna continue combating inflation, and that it may not completely be good by the end of this year, maybe next year, 2024. Who knows? It also says the stock ended up sharply, as well as Powell talks deflation again. So again, they're trying to bake into a kind of a stiff deflation. Again, by raising interest rates to really affect the housing sector, which is one of the big sectors it's out there, right? Buying a house is the most expensive thing you'll ever probably do in your life. So the persistent inflation and labor market strengthening could push policy rates higher than projected. Fed's Powell says. I mean, this is nothing news to me again, guys, because we talked about this almost last year from this video, right? That the Feds were going to continue to bump interest rates until inflation was a reasonable level, right? And I already told about it last week that this new price floor that we're having with pricing goods, this might be the new floor.